All right, Navi, obviously you're on the precipice of taking that next step and becoming a college football player at Arizona State. How does it feel to be kind of embarking on this next chapter?
Just looking forward to it. Excited for the future, and just overwhelmed with emotions. But it's definitely a great feeling.
So obviously, you had some offers out there, but you kind of passed those up to kind of take the preferred walk-on route at Arizona State. Why do you feel that was the best course of action for you?
My mom went to ASU, so I grew up all around the ASU culture. Went to a lot of games when I was younger, so I just loved the atmosphere. And it was just my best opportunity to show my talents on a big stage. So just you gotta bet on yourself and believe in yourself. That's what I'm doing.
Were you a big ASU fan growing up? Obviously, with you mentioned your mom, an alum. Was that just kind of maroon and gold household?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We went to a lot of games, so I was always throwing the forks up.
What were some of your favorite ASU related memories growing up?
Just going to games with my family. We have a pretty big family from my mom's side, so we went to a lot of games, tailgated before them. So it was just great times, just spending time with family, and then obviously watching the ASU games after was just the cherry on top.
So you mentioned kind of betting on yourself and taking that route that you're taking. Why is that something that you felt that was the right course of action for you, and why do you have the confidence that you do in yourself, to take this course of action?
Anywhere you go, at a Division I level, you're gonna have to compete for a job. So you gotta believe in yourself, put the work in, and believe there'll be an outcome at the end. I went through Liberty, and how to compete for the starting job. So it's the same. What I believe in. You got to work to earn something. So I'm excited for the next steps, and just showing my talents.
What has it been like just kind of seeing since he took over the program last year? Kenny Dillingham place such a renewed focus and importance on kind of local high school talent and rebuilding those relationships with the local high school community.
Yeah, I spoke to him like last month. He's a great guy. He reminds me a lot of my high school coach, Coach Thomas. So it's a lot of resemblance between them two. The same focus, same thought process on the football game. So I'm excited to get up there and be an ASU football player.
So when you get to really kind of dig into this Kenny Dillingham offense, obviously he's made quite a mark in this game over the years as an offensive mastermind. From that quarterback's perspective, when you look at this offense from a schematic perspective, what things really kind of jump off the page to you?
I believe he does a lot like we did in high school. It's a really open offense, and we just got Coach Arago from UNLV.
Yeah.
UNLV, yeah, and he was the former Oregon coach, obviously with Coach Dillingham. So they had great success over there. Obviously, we're going to bring some great success over here to ASU, and I'm just excited for the future.
What kind of stands out about Kenny Dillingham's kind of track record of developing quarterbacks specifically? Obviously, you look at Bo Nix and Jordan Travis at Florida State. How much of that was kind of a role in your decision?
Definitely, obviously he's a great coach. Obviously, they had Justin Herbert over there at Oregon too. Coach Arago posts a lot about him. It's just it's great to be coached by one of the best. Coach Thomas did a really good job teaching me, so I'm excited to learn at the next level. What else can I learn from one of the best coaches in college football?
As you mentioned, Marcus Arroyo coming over. It hasn't been in Tempe for too long, but what kind of stands out to you early on about your future offensive coordinator and quarterback coach?
Like I said before, they've developed a lot of quarterbacks. He's a really good coach. I'm excited. The offense, which from what I've seen is very diverse, and I believe I can run a very diverse offense. So I'm just looking forward to showing my talents on a big stage and just putting the work in to get into a big moment.
Now, obviously, you had great success at the high school level, but for any ASU fans who might not have caught you in action for Liberty, give our viewers and listeners a scouting report on the skills that you bring to the field and what they should expect to you out there leading an offense.
I believe I'm a tremendous leader. I'm not going to quit on nothing. I'm going to put my work in, film time, weight room, whatever. And then, the product will show on the field. So I believe it's all preparation based. On the field, I just like being cool, calm, and collected. I like leading my team. Those are my guys, and I'll do anything for them. So just leave it all out there on the field. And yes, sir.
And then, of course, obviously you mentioned the leadership aspect, such a crucial role in playing quarterback. How would you describe your leadership style?
I would like to say I like connecting with everybody, especially, last year with my team. It didn't matter if you were a non-starter or if you started every single snap. I was going to be friends with you. I was going to, uplift you in the weight room. I was going to, encourage you to, get one more rep. So just keeping that mindset. Obviously, I'm the young buck here, so I won't be as vocal as I was last year, just because that's how it goes. But I can still lead by example. I can still do all these little things that can help improve ASU. So I'm just looking forward to playing my role, and wherever that is, I'll be excited to do it.
What did it mean to you to, I believe, to be the first person to kind of repeat as the Gatorade football player of the year for the state of Arizona?
It was definitely a great. I'm very grateful and very thankful. Obviously, it wasn't just me that could have done it. I had a lot of people by my side. Obviously, my parents supported me all the way through. Coach Thomas, put me in the right position every time to get this to where I am. My teammates, obviously, my O-line blocked for me. My receivers, defense pushed me at practice. So as a collective group, Liberty got 2 back-to-back Gatorades. I'm thankful to I brought them over to Liberty, but it's a team success.
So you have like just a laundry list of accomplishments, awards, and achievements over your high school career. Which of them means the most to you?
I'm not really. I would say Gatorade definitely is a big one, but also the Ed Doherty. I like the Gatorade just because it's off the field too. I'm very into the special needs program at Liberty. I made a lot of relationships over there, and it's just you get to see another side of people just because it's not on the field, it's also off the field. So I like being a good person off the field. I enjoy making people smile when I'm walking through the hall. So it was great winning those. And Unify, that's a great program, and I'm so blessed I could have been a part of it.
As you mentioned, you're a guy who really excels off the field as well. Perfect 4.0 in the classroom as well. What have you learned at this kind of relatively young age of just kind of being able to kind of balance the demands on the field as a football player, especially as a quarterback, as well as a student?
Well, I've been playing football for almost my whole life. I'm playing since I was like 5. So football is just second nature to me. Obviously, I'm playing at a new level, so I have to adapt and adjust, and that might take time. I don't know yet. We'll see how the future holds. But just maintaining a confidence in yourself, I think, is the key. Once you lose confidence in yourself, then everything else goes. So you just gotta keep working, keep that confidence up, and once you have that confidence, then no one can stop you.
So obviously, great team success as well. Liberty going to the Open Division Championship this year, taking home the hardware. What do you think the success that you and your teammates have had kind of says about kind of the West Side football? Back in my day, I've played for Moon Valley, so definitely appreciate seeing kind of the West Side have the success.
It was definitely a great moment. I'm glad we could have put some light on the West Side. Obviously, it's known that West Side isn't as sought for, but Liberty. I mean, we've had a tremendous last 3 years. Obviously, we came up short the last 3 years before this year. So it was finally great, breaking through and getting the championship. And I'm so proud of our team and everything that we put into the season, and finally paid off.
So you're a guy who obviously filled up a stat sheet and took home a number of awards, and probably most importantly took home that championship. Do you have a chip on your shoulder, kind of maybe given that production and what you're able to do on the field, that the offers necessarily perhaps weren't coming in at a rate that you'd liked?
Obviously it is a little frustrating, but I try to just stay the process, stay the course, and I'm happy where I ended up, and I'm grateful for the scenario that I can be part of. So obviously, I'll always have a chip on my shoulder. I'm always gonna be doubted. I'm always gonna have people that don't believe in me. But like I said before, you have to have that confidence in yourself and just belief in yourself. And whatever the other people think doesn't really matter besides you and your teammates. So just looking forward to these next, hopefully, couple years, and I'm looking forward to these next couple years at ASU, and just seeing what I can bring to ASU, and just the joy I'll have from it.
Are you perhaps buoyed a little bit by seeing that but perhaps the old mindset of just how quarterback has to be a 6'4", 6'5" gunslinger, but guys who perhaps maybe a little bit smaller in stature, but still guys who just ultimately make the big plays like yourself? Do you like seeing kind of that paradigm shift in the last couple of years? Does that give you a little bit extra confidence, and maybe the coaches and the folks are starting to see the value in just playmakers?
Yes, sir. I mean, we've had a lot of undersized quarterbacks, or what people considered undersized, going to the NFL now. So obviously that's very motivating to me, seeing that I can make it. There's a possibility I can make it if I put in the work. I mean, Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Kyler Murray are all around my size, and they're all doing they're going to be Bryce Young didn't have a good year, but I mean, look at his track record. I know he's going to produce in the NFL. So I'm just looking forward to, working and seeing what I could do for myself. So those guys are obviously big idols to me just because of the size, stature, but I'm looking forward to the future.
There's a guy in the ASU roster right now with kind of a similar road to the Sun Devil roster, and Trenton Bourguet, a guy with a highly successful Arizona prep career, perhaps overlooked a little bit just kind of the size, and ultimately been able to do some pretty important things here for the Sun Devils the last couple of years. Has he provided kind of maybe a blueprint or something that you can take some lessons from?
Yes, sir. I went to a camp this last off season, and he was there, and just learning from him, just hearing him speak. It was just a great, just to learn from someone that's in the same situation as me. He's a great person. When he was talking to me, I felt like I could connect with him. So just getting to be in a room with him, just learn from him, and all the other quarterbacks in that room will be a great time. Just looking, to get 1% better every day, and I know they'll bring the best out of me, and I'll try to bring the best out of them. So just looking forward to these next months working with them and seeing how the future holds.
Obviously, spring ball is just a couple months away, and be getting on campus here as a mid-year guy. What are some of the things that you want to make sure that you get out there and show this coaching staff during the spring practices?
I would like to say my football IQ is really high. So just getting to know the playbook as fast as possible, knowing the ins and outs of it, and then just working harder than everybody. If you do that, then I believe you can earn a spot on the field. So working harder, studying more. And then just being, an all-in football player, like we said at Liberty. Just, every thought of your day is about the team and how you can improve and how you can get the team better. So I'm just looking forward to, getting better every day. Just working.
Later on this fall, and when you're running through Tillman Tunnel next to the Pat Tillman statue and that maroon and gold, what do you think the thoughts and feelings you're going to have in that moment are going to be?
I like trying to stay calm before the game, so hopefully I'm still calm then. I like throwing on my chill music before games to calm myself down. So hopefully I'm calm, but obviously the emotions will be a little overwhelming. I'm just looking forward. That feeling definitely will be great, and it'll be a moment I can cherish for the rest of my life.